Howdy Rockstars, Liz Shaw with Recording Studio Rockstars. I'm here at AES New York City 2017 today with Doug Fearn.
Hi, how are you doing, Liz?
I'm doing good. I actually just was walking by and I spotted this other great looking guy with a beard, and so I thought I should just come over and say hi.
Beards have to stick together.
That's right. But seriously though, I have known about your equipment, DW Fearn. I've seen it in many of the great studios I've been inside of in Nashville, Tennessee, and so it's wonderful to just get a chance to talk to you and see what you got here. So I thought if you don't mind, maybe you could give us a brief tour.
Yeah, absolutely, be glad to. You know, we started out 25 years ago making microphone preamps, and we still make a series of those. We make a single channel, the VT1, two channel, the VT2, and this one, which is the VT24, which is a 4-channel version. All use the same circuit. They all sound the same. So it just depends on how many channels you need.
And they light up your studio well too. Was that very intentional to make the studio look beautiful inside with the well-lit gear?
You know, if you have beautiful sounding gear, it should look beautiful too. You know, it's part of the whole concept of it. It has to look good. We also have Hazelrig Industries, who are doing my manufacturing these days. They have a single channel mic pre that I designed for them, plus some EQ, and this is a good unit for the home studio, although it's fully professional and it's used in a lot of top-end studios and producers, but the price point is quite a bit less than our other products.
So is this also a tube mic pre, but it has the built-in EQ feature as well?
That's right. Everything we make is tube-based.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And we have over here our VT5 stereo equalizer. This is an all-tube design, passive EQ, you know, with boost and cut with separate controls so that you can, you know, fine-tune the curve that you want and so on. A lot of versatility. We make a single-channel version, the VT4, and this one, the VT5, which is the stereo version with one set of controls. So this is very useful for people that have on the mix bus or for mastering. And then we have the VT7, which is a compressor. It uses a pulse width modulator surrounded by tube electronics. And it's a very versatile unit with a lot of control, but it has an extremely transparent kind of compression. You don't really hear it working, so that it's found a home. Most of the people that buy these, this lives on the mix bus. I mean, some people tell me it's hardwired in because they know they're always going to use it on the mix bus. And it's also used in a lot of mastering facilities.
Right, awesome. Is it also, if you want to get kind of aggressive with the compression, does it work well for that as well?
It's capable of a lot of compression, and because you have complete control of attack and release and the shape of it and so on, you can get some pretty spectacular effects when tracking. But it seems like it's got this reputation as a mix bus or mastering compressor, which is fine with us but I think a lot of people are missing out on an opportunity to use this when tracking because it does that very well too.
Well, I like things in the studio that are spectacular, like our beards. So that's cool. What have you got next here?
Here is a tube DI, which we originally introduced over 20 years ago, and in this packaging. And at one point, we decided to discontinue this version of it and make it a rack mount version, same circuit. And we sold those for a while. And then more recently, we've gone back to this package. So it's an all-tube DI, sounds great. Like all our products, it uses custom Jensen transformers.
That is a really solid DI. That is awesome.
Well, we've had people take these on the road and they fall off the trucks and all that sort of stuff, and it just doesn't hurt them.
Well, and I like it. I mean, I don't think I need to take it apart, but I already have an Allen wrench for my JH16 MCI tape machine, so that'll be good.
It's probably the same Allen wrench.
It probably is. All right, so then these are all they're really top quality pieces of gear. and they are a real investment for your studio. So for some of you rock stars who may be looking at this and thinking it's wonderful, you'd love to hear it, but you're not so sure if it's within your reach, I think you have something new that you might want to show us too, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've resisted doing plug-in versions of our gear for many years, waiting for the technology to catch up to where we really needed it to be fully representative of the product. And we've partnered with Acustica in Italy, and they've developed this plug-in version of our equalizer, which can be used either as a stereo unit or as a mono unit. And it took us a couple years of development to get this to the point where I was happy with it. And
these are all, this is the the EQ we just saw over there, and it's basically all the same settings, same knobs and everything.
That's right. So we've tried to emulate it in software as close as we can to the actual hardware.
What are some of the things that make, I know I probably can't get overly technical, but what allows you to make a plug-in that functions in a way that you feel good about? I mean, finding the particular people to work with.
Yeah, well, you know, when I talk to people that design plugins, I can tell almost immediately just from like their response to my questions or questions they ask me whether or not they really understand what we're going for. And when I talked to Giancarlo at Acustica, you know, he had the right answers and he had the right approach to it, and we worked together really well. And so when they came out with the first iteration of this and I listened to it, I said, that's amazing, that's really good. And since then we've gone through a few more refinements, and now it's ready. It's not on the market yet, it's probably end of the year, early next year. All the software's done, it's just we have to finalize the distribution of it.
That's cool, and it's always good to hear stories about how it's, you know, it's about the people behind the products, you know.
Well, I find that that's true in everything. You know, it's the personal relationships and finding the right people that understand what you're doing, you can work with, whether it's a software developer or a vendor. You know, that you have a custom part, you need to get somebody, you know, that you can actually work with and understands your goals.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. I know we're closing up shop here at AES on day one, but thank you for taking time out to show us around. And Doug, it was very nice to meet you.
Yeah, you
pleasure.
as well.
How can the rock stars follow you guys, find you online and all that?
Well, our website is dwfearn.com, which is Fearn, and from there it's the easiest way to get to our Facebook page is just a link from the website. Yeah.
Rock stars, please, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and drop a comment in the comment section below and let us know how you would make records using these magnificent pieces of gear in your studio. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.